Good evening, humans. Tyrannosaurusmoth here, and tonight we're taking a look at the Power Rangers Lightning Collection Morphed Ken Soaring Falcon Ranger figure from Hasbro. This has been a really fun subline, and obviously this figure is going to share a lot of stuff with the Ryu figure that we got last year. However, there's one thing I definitely like better here, and one thing that is definitely an issue, and that's particular to mine, but we'll get into that. So let's talk about it. Let's do this. Aesthetically speaking, this figure looks incredible, and longtime viewers will probably correctly guess that that is because this is basically a remixed Armored Red Ranger, and I'm all about that. Honestly, the reds, the golds, the blacks, the sleeveless look just hits all the major points that I like in character design, and yeah, it looks awesome. And again, it's basically the Ken design, the Ryu design, with a smaller dragon shield, which honestly I think complements the look a little bit better, and a kind of remix of that Red Ranger helmet. So really just great details around here. All lines are very cleanly painted here. Thankfully no paint issues with mine. You can see the Morpher looks super crisp. I get the kind of gold marks on the belt, which are different from Ryu, who had the kanji, and yeah, just everything done very, very well here. So everything I liked about the Ryu design just kicked up a notch, even though the way they did the gloves, again, everything's very nice. And a lot more detail in the helmet. And I totally dig it. I love this look, and they executed it perfectly in my opinion. So yeah, that's aesthetics. We get a great loadout of accessories, which is very much in line with what we have been seeing with these Street Fighter crossover figures. So let's jump into it. And right out of the box, we do get a pair of fists, and then for the separate set of hands, we get our kind of open hand Hadouken hands. Again, very much the same sculpt we saw with Ryu. And then we get 3 effects pieces. We first get our kind of Falcon Hadouken, and once again, someone in the comments can please tell me what this is actually called. I would definitely appreciate that, but this looks fantastic. Actually, I think this looks better than Ryu's piece. Just the kind of way that the sculpt looks, it just looks very triumphant. And as you can see, there's a hole in the bottom, and we'll get to that in a second. And then we get 2 different swooshy fire pieces. So we get one, you can see the foot imprint there. This is for the hurricane kick. Really like this. I would prefer it to be slightly more translucent, but regardless, it's a beautiful shade of red. And then we get the Dragon Punch version, so you can see the fist would just fit in there, and very beautifully done. A little more translucency on this one. So really good there. And then finally, all 3 of these have holes, and that is for the stand we get, which we saw with the other 2 figures. So we just get our, kind of stand piece, and then we get the base. We get the pegs for the figure itself. Just plugs right in right there, and that'll do it for accessories. Articulation, balance, figure feel, all on point here as they were before, again with Ryu. But as you can see, we can hold our freestanding front kick with our side kick without any issue. Just absolutely beautiful. And this is where the differences that I mentioned at the beginning of the video are going to come in, and right away, neck joint on this one works way better. So we have the same dumbbell coming into the head into a separate neck piece into the body, and we definitely get some good down and even get some up, which was missing from Ryu. So very much appreciated, much better motion. We even get some side to side there as well, so that's great. We do have our butterfly joint. I think the best. Oh, there we go. So coming forward and back, got some nice range there. Hinge and swivel at the shoulder, so we're coming up into our T. Bicep swivel, double jointed elbows, hinge and swivel at the wrists, all horizontal. We have our diaphragm ball joints, so we're coming all the way around. And then we have our ab crunch at the waist. Here's where the issue comes in for mine, because coming forward, you can see it's starting to split right there, and that makes me very nervous. It also just springs back. It does not hold forward like Ryu does, so I'm not really sure what's going on there. It does hold backwards, but you do see that, again, it's splitting apart. Again, I think that's a QC thing. I don't think that's the actual figure, again, because it's the same body as Ryu. So yeah, something for me to figure out. We do get rotation from that diaphragm as well. Then we get our drop down hips, which allow us to do perfect splits. absolutely beautifully. Also allows us to do insane front kicks. As you can see, body's still splitting. It makes me nervous. We get thigh swivel, double jointed knees, bringing us up to there. We get boot swivel. We get perfect point, really generous forward, and insane rocker. So that's articulation. Getting into size comparisons, here he is with the other Street Fighter crossover figures, with some other Lightning Collection, with some other Hasbro and Mattel, with some imports, with some monsters, finally with an articulated Icons Oni and yours truly in human form as a Valorverse Action Force figure. So my final thoughts on the Power Rangers Lightning Collection Morphed Ken Soaring Falcon Ranger figure is that this is a kick-ass figure. Honestly, one of the best in the line. It just kills me that I got trapped with the the whole QC thing. Again, that front crunch not working and the kind of hip splitting piece, it's a killer. I honestly might try and get another one just to see if the QC is better. I'm a little worried though, having seen what's kind of come out of this line, especially since they've gone to the windowless packaging. But yeah, still, I definitely recommend this figure. I think it's worth the chance because if you get one that's 100%, this is a top tier figure. It just articulates super well. It kind of corrects a couple of things that I kind of had issue with the Ryu figure. So yeah, totally recommend it. So yeah, that being said, I will have links in the description below to where you can pick yours up, including to Entertainment Earth, of whom I am an affiliate. And right now, if you use code TSMOTH, you will get 10% off in-stock items, as well as free shipping on orders $39 or more. So yeah, definitely do that up if that is the case. And all that being said, I want to thank you so much for watching. I hope you found this review informative and somewhat entertaining. If you did, please consider liking, commenting, subscribing, all that fun stuff. If you want to take the next step further and help me even more, I truly appreciate it because I want to take my channel to the next level. Links to do that will be included in the description below. So ultra thanks to you one last time for watching, and I hope you take care of yourself, take care of those around you, and most importantly, stay weird, simians.